Hey guys, a bearded beast of Duloc here. Today I want to talk about German volume training and how to approach your eating and what to expect when you're using German volume training. It's a popular specialization type of program. If you haven't seen it, go out and Google German volume training. And you'll find out you're basically training 3 days a week using 10 reps by 10 sets, 10 sets by 10 reps, that type of scheme. A tight rest between sets type of deal. And I just want to give you my opinion on it. I think it is a very, very brutal but effective approach for intermediate lifters. If you're a beginner, I don't recommend using it, simply because it's not going to give you that much of a benefit. If you're a beginner to late beginning lifter, you're going to gain just from progression, so don't even think about it. It's not going to be a magic pill. I don't think it's for you, so skip it. Wait till you're an intermediate lifter when you know how to eat and you know how to train and you have good form, okay? So, you're an intermediate lifter, and I have a problem with that word every time I get on here. You're an intermediate lifter and you're going to use German volume training. Rule number one, don't tweak with it, okay? Don't tweak with German volume training. Don't add stuff in. It's brutal enough to begin with. Stick with 10 by 10 for each body part. That's going to kill you. I did a 10 by 10 on squats and I could not walk for 8 days. I was stunned. It was brutal, and everybody's a little bit different, okay? But for me on squats it was absolutely brutal. Same with chest and shoulders. The second thing I want to tell you, the second rule I want to give you about German volume training is, if you're going to do it, I want you to pull up to the buffet line and not stop eating the whole time. This is an intense, crazy training approach, and I want you to back it up with plenty of food. There is no sense doing a 10 by 10 program like German volume training, or even an 8 by 8 like even a similar 8 by 8 program, if you're not eating plenty of food. Your body is going to be hammered. It's going to need recovery. So chow down. This is not a time to do a cut. This is not a time to walk the fine food line. If you're going to do German volume training, eat like a sow, kids. Eat like a sow. Got that? So those are my big two rules with German volume training. Eat big and don't change anything. Trust the program. A few tips I want to pass along. You're going to, like saying, for some exercises, I'll pick a weight. And I wasn't able to hit 10 reps on 10 sets with that weight. So next week I'd lower the weight. And I still wasn't able to hit 10 reps on all the sets. And I kept doing that, lowering the weight and lowering the weight. And what I found out is there are some exercises in German volume training where I simply didn't have the muscle endurance, like on shoulders, to hit a 10 by 10 with about any weight. I got down to 95 pounds on overhead presses at one point on German volume training, and my sets would go like 10, 10, 10, 10, 8, 7, 6, 4, 3. They would just dive because of the limited rest between sets. So, point being, don't obsess if you don't hit 10 reps on all 10 sets on German volume training. That's not going to make or break the program. Just use a reasonable weight. You don't want to go super light, but you want to stick with about that. What is it, 50% of your max or whatever it is they recommend. But don't obsess if you're not hitting 10 reps by 10 sets on all. Or 10 sets on, or 10 reps on all your sets, kids. 10 reps on all your sets. Don't obsess if you don't hit them. So, how long do I recommend running this program? 8 to 12 weeks. 8 to 12 weeks and put the feed bag on. Do I recommend, does it really matter what type of exercises you use? Well, kids, normally I say compound exercises. Compound exercises, kids. But, for German volume training, it's an insane program. If you want to switch to a hammer strength shoulder press or whatever for German volume training, and you're specifically training for muscle building, I'm going to say it's not going to be a big deal. This is a brutal punishing program, and just use a lift that is taxing, preferably a compound lift. But if you're if you can't hang and you need to do like a hammer strength chest press or whatever, that I wouldn't really care. Compounds first, and then stuff like that. If you can't do it next, that'll be fine. So, kids, sprechen Sie Deutsch. Sprechen Sie Deutsch. German volume training. If you have any questions about the German volume training program or comments, leave them below in the comments section, kids. And as always, please consider subscribing, that button right up there, to the Bearded Beast of Duloc, kids. The Bearded Beast of Duloc. Have a good day, guys.